everybody, and welcome to
Mommies.
Oh, welcome back, everyone. We are here today with episode number 6. Woo woo.
Yeah.
And today, since we're still, quarantined, doing virtual, I'll just let y'all know what I'm sipping on. It's a little Chandon Rosé.
Chandon.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
It's okay, hell, we don't know.
What you sipping on?
I'll go. Look, have a little too much mimosa. I'll go next. I'm sipping on raspberry sparkling verde champagne, and I'm mixing it with berry punch, and it is really, really good.
Oh, that look like a good combination.
It do.
Yeah, it has a really sweet. It has like a sweet berry taste. Definitely like bridal parties. Baby shower. I'm not trying to drink at somebody baby shower child. It has like a really sweet, like girl moment type taste.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I'm drinking Andre Champagne Blush and Minute Maid Mango.
Ooh.
And it's really good.
Nice.
Yes.
It's so refreshing.
Yes, it looks good.
It does.
That mango
I'm
punch.
almost done with it.
I see, girl. don't put the kid to sleep too early tonight.
Okay.
Already there. They're already there.
Time for real, okay?
All right now.
So today's episode, I guess we'll be discussing postpartum.
Yes.
So this is a really hot topic for a lot of women. And I guess who wants to jump in with their story first?
Ooh, I guess I'll go. Trish, you want to go? How you want to do this? Postpartum. How did you deal with it?
Well, I actually didn't know I was going through it until I read on it. Actually, because somebody else was explaining it, and then she was explaining the symptoms. I was like, that's kind of what I was going through. So I didn't kind of know I was going through it. But I mean, when I think about it, it's like I was crying all the time. I just, for no reason. Like, I was just like, why am I crying? Like, it's just always something was wrong. I felt like I wasn't being a good mother. Like, it was just everything. So, I mean, that's just a trying time, especially if you're a first-time mother and it's a lot. That is a very difficult time. It's very difficult. So, but I'm 8 now. So, it's been a while, but you guys just had babies like a year. Yours is just a couple of months. So it's very fresh to y'all.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I can agree with you, Trace. Like, for me, like, okay, so with Kylie, I did not know I was going through postpartum either with the first child. It was like,
yeah,
I was depressed. I couldn't understand it. And with her, I actually went through hers longer than I did with Terrence. I think because I just did not know. Now with Terrence, with him, and that's another thing. I feel like my postpartum was different because with Kylie, it was like more of the age thing. Like, I had her right after college. I was back home, working. So it was just more so like the shift of like my lifestyle type of thing. Where like Terrence, it was more so like now I have a job, I have another child. So it was like a balance shifter. So it was like the depressions were different. But with him, I did go through postpartum depression. And the times that I thought I got over it, I really didn't. I tried to work through it. And then it was just like one day it was like, okay, no. You're going through a depression. Like, you need to take care of yourself. You need to go through some self-care. And so that's when I really started like feeling better once I acknowledged that it was there. If that makes sense, in a way.
That makes sense.
What about you, Jaleesa?
So for me, it was the same thing. Like, I'm not really an emotional person. Well, not outwardly anyway, emotional person. So for me, it didn't hit me until months later. Like, when he was first born, I was fine. Everything was cool. I think he was born in October. It was like when I went back to work in mid-January, you know, it was just a lot of things going on, like just getting back into the swing of work. So maybe I was like, okay, maybe I'm just tripping. I'm just doing a lot. But when February got here, it was like I was crying, like leaving work crying. Nothing was wrong with me. I was having a great day, and I would just start crying. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like that feeling right there, I was just like, that was the feeling that was like indescribable, because it's like you'll be having a good day, everything's good, just sitting at the table eating, and then you just start bawling. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, and my husband he was like, sometimes be like, you all right? And I was like, I don't know. And it was like, because I couldn't really articulate what was really wrong with me, because I felt like it was nothing was really wrong with me that day. You know, I had a great day. So why am I crying? I don't know. And then I think one day I just kind of broke down. I feel like I was on the phone with you, Erica, and it was like, yeah, I just had a whole moment, and it was like, okay, this is what that is. Like, I need to pump the brakes, acknowledge that you're going through something, you need to just chill. Like, I think I was like also adding a lot of things on my plate that it was like, I haven't even found the balance yet of being a new mommy and a new wife and like going back to work. So it was like in between trying to find the balance and then just getting back to myself. So those hormones, man, whew.
That's a lot.
Man, it's a lot. And then I went to the doctor. I actually had another doctor's appointment after that, and she kind of diagnosed it as well. And she tried to give me some medicine. I ain't really one for that type of medicine. Not to say that, you know, it's bad or anything, because I know it helps a lot of people. But for me, I just try to figure out, well, what can I do for myself before I go that route? So it was just taking a lot of time to myself and, you know, decompressing at the end of the day and just working through my emotions and just letting, like, go crying it out in the shower. And I think for me, that was one thing that I had to realize, like, you have to cry it out. Like, let it go. Let that energy go. Because I feel like the more I was holding it in, the worse it had gotten. So it was like, all right, release it, let it go, move on. But and I recently had a friend who I just spoke with, and she had a baby in January, and she was saying, like, before she even left the hospital, it hit her, and she was like, prescription, please.
Really?
So, yes, she was like, it was rough. Like, I haven't even, the first night she felt it, and I was like, dang.
Yeah.
It is scary, and it is a scary thing, because it's like you have all these emotions and you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what to do with them. It's just, it's tough. It is tough.
That is so true about the different emotions. Like, I know mine was like an attitude. Like, I would just have an attitude. My mouth was just smart. It was just like, I just had this like annoyance, this irritation. But you know what else I was thinking? Like with postpartum, a lot of times I wonder if it also is like from the lack of sleep. When you really think about it, you do not sleep at all.
Yeah.
Like you're not sleeping right. I'm sorry, you're not eating right.
Right.
But that's the thing. Well, for me, I feel like I had gotten past that stage, because when it hit me, he was like 3 months. He was sleeping through the night. So I was like, really, what's wrong with me? But I know it hits people at different stages. So
yeah, it does.
But I could see the lack of sleep. I definitely know I see the lack of sleep being an issue for real, because
yes. I did not sleep a couple of nights when I had JJ. Like, it was crazy. So lack of sleep is can contribute to it, because it was I was not sleeping. I don't know why. I was not sleeping at all.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I wasn't eating either. I wasn't eating.
Yeah, I wasn't eating right.
It was just JJ really wasn't sleeping. I was just like, why he's not sleeping? And it took me a while to like balance it, because it's like your body is going through all this stuff. It's like you just had a baby, your hormones are everywhere, your new mom. Like, it's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with. And I don't know how, like, now that I think about it, I don't know how I dealt with that. Like, I really don't. Like, I didn't take no medication, anything like that. I just think I just kind of like push it to the side, because I really didn't know I was going through.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how you can just have a baby and your hormones and your emotions can be just everywhere while you're trying to be a new mom on top of that. It's just so much.
Yeah.
A lot.
No, I agree. I'm also with you guys. I didn't take a medication. I didn't take a medication with Kylie. And I didn't take it. Look, I'm looking like I'm thinking. I didn't take a medication with Kylie, and I didn't take a medication with Terrence. With Terrence, it was like, I think for him, what helped me was like actually admitting I was going through a depression. Like actually saying like, yeah, I went through like a postpartum depression. Like this is
Yeah.
that's really what helped me to kind of like get through it, was actually admitting that I needed like a break. With Kylie, I just feel like I kind of functioned through life. And so that kind of makes me want to ask you guys, like, for women out there who are new moms, like, what advice would you give them that you wish you had at that time?
Give yourself a lot of self-care and self-love, because when you have a baby, you just forget about yourself. Like, you need to pamper yourself. You need to just give back into just kind of just you. So I think just kind of self-care, just take care of yourself, just kind of just trying to balance everything out and get back into your normal routine. But I know that's kind of hard, but then again, it's like you have to do something to something to make it feel normal, because you having a baby the first time, it don't feel normal at all. It don't feel normal.
Yeah. And I will say, because I know that it's like, it is difficult to try to get back into that routine of like what you were doing before, because you're in a new normal now. So you're trying to figure out what that looks like. And I would just say, like, don't be so harsh on yourself. Don't be like, be easy with yourself. Like for me, because it was like I was going crazy, telling myself, you going crazy, like what is wrong with you, instead of just like processing it and letting it be what it is. Like, and I think, like you said, Erica, just admitting it, I think that was like very therapeutic for me, because it was like, all right, you're not the only one. Release it, let it go, say it, it's okay. Like, it's okay. So I think that would be one thing I could say to women: just be easy on yourself.
Yeah,
I agree with you guys, definitely, wholeheartedly. Like, yes, ladies, be gentle with yourself completely, especially like, women, especially African American women. Like, we are quick to always want to keep a cape on and want to be strong. And so it's hard to admit, like, I'm going through a depression, like I can't do it all. It is hard to balance that new baby, your new sleeping pattern, your new eating pattern, like even the emotion and anxiety of making sure that your baby is okay. Like, I know I was scared some nights, like making sure he wasn't laying on her face, or he wasn't laying on her face. So like all that anxiety. So don't feel bad if like you need a break, or if like you need to take time with like work. Like, if your job offers you to stay home on maternity leave, please take advantage of it.
Please.
Take every day.
Yes.
To the last day.
Okay. and even then, see if you can extend that thing. Because chances are you probably can.
You probably, really, honestly, you just have to ask, and have that open relationship with your doctor. Like, tell your doctor, like, I am not okay to do this.
I'm not ready.
Your doctor will advocate for you and say, okay, I'm not sending you back. And when you get that support, it actually makes you start to feel better, like you're not alone with the depression,
Yeah.
So,
8 weeks is really not enough to.
It's not at all.
Some people take at least like 4 months to kind of go back to work. I took 8 weeks. Like, I was just like, I gotta go back to work because I gotta pay bills. I just gotta get this money and stuff. But now that I think about it, I'm just like, 8 weeks is not enough. It takes you 3 weeks just to. I mean, I had a C-section, so I really was like,
you can barely walk.
Right. So it was so crazy that now I think about it, I'm like, 8 weeks was not enough. Like, I was still healing from my cesarean. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that. Just thinking about that made me want to like go cry.
I mean, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I had to put myself together, because I was just like, I know I got this baby. I gotta get on it. So I kind of just it's like, you know what, I gotta go back to work. And I did it, and it was hard, but I did it. But now that I think about it, I'm just like, that was kind of a little harsh. That's not self-care.
Oh, girl, no.
Yeah, that was, oof. No, that's 8 weeks is not enough. I don't agree. I say 6 months.
Seriously, because that's what my doctor told me. That's how long it takes for your hormones to get back in place to pre-pregnancy, or how you were before you're pregnant. So it's like, wait a minute. So I want to know who wrote these laws and told me that it was 8. I only needed 8 weeks. Like who
right?
Wrote it?
I actually had to get mine extended, especially for Terrence, because I was still having with my postpartum depression. I don't know if you guys had it, where like you would get up and feel real lightheaded. Did any of y'all experience like dizziness after having a baby?
Yeah.
Like it just felt like my balance was off at times.
No,
No.
Yeah. When I first came home from the hospital, I was feeling that way. But then I just summed it up to I'm not eating right. But now that I look back, that's probably what it was.
Yeah, like I was just feeling all like, it was just weird. And so, I agree with y'all. 8 weeks is not enough. Like, you guys, please comment down below. What was it like for you guys? Have any of you guys experienced postpartum depression? If you have, how was it for you? And like, also let us know, did you take advantage of maternity leave?
Yeah.
How long did you have? Like, did you? I know for Kylie, I didn't return back to work. Like that first child was real.
Yeah.
It is.
I definitely took my 3 months. I was supposed to come back in December, but I called. I was like, you know what, y'all? I'm gonna holler at y'all in January.
Yeah.
Don't call me. I'm gonna call you.
I did that for I keep saying Terrence, but we call him Trip. But I know for Trip, like I took that maternity leave, I took the FMLA, I went back part-time. Look, I had to, because that postpartum is so real. So ladies, please be gentle with yourself. Even if this is your 3rd, 4th, 5th child, depression is depression.
Yeah.
It is.
Which child is for you. So definitely get help. Any last words of advice, ladies, that we can give to moms out there that are experiencing postpartum depression or maybe pregnant and just don't know what to expect?
Some signs I would think that hit me the most were just that feeling of being overwhelmed. Like that was the first sign for me. Like I was feeling that way constantly, even when I had a lot of support here. I had Mario, I had my mom here. So it was like, I think when I realized like, okay, why are you feeling so overwhelmed when you're not doing, I mean, I was still doing a lot, but it wasn't all on me. So it was like, I think if you ever get that feeling, like just acknowledging that and like understanding that that is a symptom and a sign. So like just be aware of the signs and the symptoms and read up on it prior to you having a baby and after, because it can hit you at any given moment.
Yeah. I definitely agree with what you said, Jaleesa. And I also agree with like taking care of yourself while you're pregnant, because sometimes we tend to forget that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, while we're pregnant, we're just like, oh my God, you know, I don't want, but I think if we take care of ourselves while we're pregnant, and then once we have our baby, I think we'll continue to do that because it'll become like a routine. So, you know, just take care of yourself while you're pregnant. You know, still put on lotion, you know.
Oh. That is so real, because that's what I'm
especially if you're pregnant in summertime, ain't no lotion. Ain't no lotion.
That is so good. Like your hair will be in a bonnet or a scarf, like that is so true. You really forget who you are. You said
it goes into like after you have the baby, you're like, okay, well, I'm just used to this. You know, so I think we should just take care of ourselves when we're pregnant, still look pretty and stuff. Because, you know, sometimes we see these women walking around here and they be looking pretty while they're pregnant. And it's like, okay, well, that's how we need to look. We don't need to look all, you know. We obviously we tired, but you know.
Yeah, because that baby weight hit you a little different now.
I'm still playing with my baby. He almost 2. I'm still playing with that little baby. He almost 2.
Another thing that I will add is, like you said, taking care of yourself, but what really exercising, like just staying on like a regimen with walking. If no hard exercising, just walking, like that helps ease your mind, ease your body, like continuing to do that while you're throughout your whole pregnancy, like, and then once you do have the baby, you kind of, like you said, jump back into that mode of like, all right, I still got to get out. You can get out with the baby and go walk. And I feel like that helps, like just being outside in nature. Because for me, that was another thing. Like I felt like I was cooped up, and it was like I was going crazy.
Yeah,
I agree. I also gotta add, like, taking moments of self-care in the house. So for example, like I used to hide in the shower. I would just be like, I'm gonna go take a shower. And like, of course, you know, there's moms out here who might not have support, but like if your child is asleep, like
take advantage.
Look, if you got to take a tablet and your phone and FaceTime yourself so you can have another camera in the other room, or if you got one of those baby monitors, put that baby monitor in there and take it in the bathroom with you, and like take a nice relaxing shower. That's like try to take care of myself, but I would like wash my hair just so I could do something that made me feel good, or I would try like a body wash, just something. Or light a candle while you just take a relaxing bath. Like, just
I definitely agree.
Yourself, it just makes you feel like, all right, when the baby cry, I can go ahead and handle it. Because you had that moment with yourself. You can listen. Well, no, not for the women who are pregnant. But if you're not breastfeeding, you can definitely have a mimosa. As if you can handle it responsibly with the baby while you're taking a bath. Because listen, I don't need nobody coming from Mommies and Mimosas talk about, you told me to have no, I didn't, sis. And not if you can't. Disclaimer. I mean, y'all floating in the bathtub. Disclaimer. Only if you can handle it.
Okay. Girl, after that pregnancy, that mimosa probably hit you hard.
Oh my gosh. That's why I had to add that disclaimer. It hit you hard. So
it hit you hard.
You know, drink the mimosa when you get in the bathtub with the robe.
Yes, hit you hard. Tolerance go well.
Yes. Well, yes, ladies, please comment down below. Let us know what you guys have went through. If you experience postpartum depression, if you have questions about it, hit us up. Let us know so we can answer them. We hope. Okay. Oh, we're still here. Sorry. Look, Zoom hit me with the 40 minutes. But yes, guys, we will look. I'll tidy this up real quick. Please comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you can stay updated. Hit that notification bell so you know when we post future videos like so. Ladies, I enjoyed having a mimosa with you all.
Yes.
Please. I'm on empty, yes.
Look, we empty. Please be safe, ladies.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.